Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another Minecraft discussion on all things well-being. Just remember that we are about being, becoming the boss of our brain. That is the whole point, because thoughts come first and feelings come second, and then actions or behavior last. So by changing our thoughts, we literally change our lives. And so today, you can tell I'm walking. I love to walk. If you see me stationary, it's only because it's like negative 50 outside for the most part. And actually, I can do negative 50. It's just a little bit hard to film with the camera. But anyway, so my name is Kimberly Quinn, and today I really want to talk about celebrating you. And it might sound cheesy, but it actually really isn't. And it's amazing because when I get inspired, meaning in spirit, right? When I get inspired, yeah, I don't know if you've ever had that happen. It happens to me a lot. Like whenever I'll pick up a book, a magazine, or watch a quick Oprah or Wayne Dyer, listen. Well, usually I'm listening, podcast in the Jeep, and also I'm like, well, it's like exactly what I needed to hear in that moment. Or sometimes it's a person, and they give me some wisdom, and I could be at the grocery store. I may not even know them, but it's just like wow. And so this morning that happened again. I was actually watching my dear friend Oprah. I love her. She's one of my favorite people in the whole world. She just doesn't know that we're good friends. But anyway, she was talking about celebrating you, and she was so spot on, especially, this time of year we've done all these resolutions, and some of us have broken them, and then all the negative talk starts with, I'm never going to lose the weight. Weight's a big one, right? I'm never going to lose the weight. I'm not going to ever use my new gym membership that I committed to for 12 months, or I'm not going to start walking each day, or and we start with this doubt. This self-doubt, and self-doubt is so bad. Wayne Dyer talks about it a lot too. And it kicks up just all those it can kick up many bad messages like, oh, here I go again. I was going to get a grip on my mental health. I was going to get in to see a counselor. Now it's a 4-week wait, and I'm losing my momentum. And we start with that, there I go again kind of dialogue. Instead, and that lands us in a place of lack. Yes, I'm a huge I Love Lucy fan. It brings us to a place of lack. And remember that when we put that out to the universe, lack attracts more lack. Lack attracts more lack, and more self-doubt attracts more self-doubt. And it starts this really vicious, brutal cycle of toxic internal dialogue. And remember that the unconscious drives the bus. So though doing all these positive affirmations, that's all good stuff, keep doing it. Really, none of that's going to change until we get in the hard drive and believe it. Because we are driven around by the vault, the stuff we can't see or access. And so what happens is, when we start with a negative self-doubt, and this stuff from our childhood, no, there I go again, and never going to lose the weight, and is the unconscious is going with what it knows, those messages from when we're kids. And what happens is the unconscious, because it's in charge, really, tries to make sense of the incoming new good information, make it all fit. And it's going to make it fit to how it makes it fit. So this is why, unless we really get in there and make some changes, the toxic internal dialogue just really, really stirs up and just wreaks havoc. And so the idea for today is to really be aware of the messages. And I'm going to be truthful with you. I'm not wired for lies. Again, remember that a lot of these times, sometimes I plan these, but not really that much. I get inspired and then I kind of go with it. Because I'm aware of all this, and it's happened to me recently. I had a couple of, back-to-back actually, just a couple of people with very toxic behavior, and in my head, I know it's about them and not me. One of them was really toxic actually, and so I really had to, get back into my frame. I did all the strategies I have. I was walking out in the woods with Giovanni, and I was doing all the positives, and it was like this, I don't know, like, when the unconscious does it stirs it up thing, it's almost like the aftertaste from a diet soda, which I don't do actually, but it's like, ugh, there's still something there that, did I do this, did I do that? And I'm like, wait, whoa, no, none of that is true. This person's behavior is just really venomous, and it's from whatever place they're in, and that's it. And it's really important to realize that, to not personalize, because when people say things, it's 99% about them. It's about them. And to really step back and acknowledge if we're getting any if we're getting like an upsurge of those old shame feelings and questioning ourselves and all that stuff. And then here's the thing, which is exactly what I did. I don't kind of say to people, this is what might be a good idea if I don't do it myself. Seek higher ground immediately, which is exactly what I did, especially with that first person. And my husband was great. He just won Husband of the Year award like 95 times in the last 2 weeks. It's the listening and just the reminding that this behavior is so outrageous of this, and just let it go. It's zero to do with you. And also a couple of specifically one or two, well, two good friends at Champlain. And then she just like went on and brought her with her toxicity and just went on her way. But wow, and it just sometimes we're reminded and I tried to remember, because I remind myself there's a reason for everything. I don't believe in accidents. I don't believe in coincidences. I don't even believe in mistakes because they're learning experiences. So I'm saying to myself, even when she was doing all her behavior, which was coming from a very, very insecure place about something going on in her life and whatever, that there's a learning experience in this. As much as this is so unpleasant, there's a learning experience. What is it? What is it? And I really question it. And then that brings me back into a better place, brings me back into my own frame. And so what I'm saying today is, all that said, if you've got anything that's going on, or anything going on with a toxic person that's causing you to doubt yourself, anything that's causing you to doubt yourself about weight loss, or not, you were going to start taking college classes, and there I go again, and there goes my anxiety again, and there goes my depression again, it's never going to get better and all that. To really wrap around yourself like a burrito, and this is important each day anyway when things are going great. And that said, it's much tougher to love ourselves when things aren't going great. It's really true for other people. It's easier to love and show kindness to people who it's easy to do that for, right? It's much tougher to show love to prickly pears. And for some reason, when we are not in our highest vibration, we're not at our best selves in that moment because of external circumstances or internal circumstances or whatever, that's when we need ourselves to be our own best friend, celebrating who you are, mistakes, learning experiences, whatever you want to call them, imperfections, any kind of lack, any kind of self-doubt, because you know what? This is where you are right now. And if you're at a lower vibe place right now, being aware of it and accepting it is really the first step, just say something great to yourself in the mirror. I love you no matter what's going on. You're beautiful, you're gorgeous, and I like you. You can say whatever you want to say. You're fun to be around. You just show yourself some love. And also, when you're celebrating yourself, also do some simple good things for yourself. I've been doing, thankfully that little issue is over, but doing that whole thing. I was walking in the woods, a hot baths. I was in Boston for part of it, and I got myself whatever I wanted for lunch. I wanted that meatball sub and dove right in. Just these little things when we've got stuff going on can really help. And also remember that when we show ourselves love in general, but when it's this tough time, we're acknowledging, we're wrapping around ourselves like we would a best friend and celebrating us like we would them. It's like a deposit in the self-esteem bank, because it becomes easier to love ourselves the next time. Celebrate you. Celebrate who you are, exactly as you are, exactly where you are. Adjust that bar. This is the best I can do in this moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the things that are going right. Thank you for my partner, my job, my kids, my house, my apartment. Thank you for the opportunity that's about to come. Thank you for my health. Thank you that I can breathe. That was a big one for me recently. Thank you that I can breathe. Thank you for the phenomenal family and friends I have. Thank you for Giovanni, the golden retriever. He's right there. Say hi, G. G is celebrating himself right now. He's taking a little nap. Okay, so that's it. Celebrate you exactly as you are, where you are in this moment. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from Northern Vermont. Have a mindful day of self-love and compassion, celebrating who you are right now.